Hey, it's Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Delta Green. Today, this is a Delta Green system game, but it is a Call of Cthulhu adventure called Up Jump the Reaper. This is from Fear's Little Sharp Needles, a Call of Cthulhu adventure anthology put out by Stygian Fox a couple of years ago. I've already read one of the adventures. I forgot what it was called because it was in Latin. But you can listen to that in RPPR Actual Play.
Is it Little Sharp Needles or Sharp Little Needles?
Well, now I don't know. It is one of them.
It says Sharp Little Needles on the head.
Oh, yeah, Sharp Little Needles.
Okay. Yeah. If you're searching for this at home,
that
is the order of the words.
I think the search engines can figure that
When
out.
has Ross ever changed the title of an RPG?
Every time he's ever said one aloud.
Well, I got the scenario name right. Up Jump the Reaper. Yes, it's right there.
As far as we know, yes. Yeah. I've not read it, so I can't help the listeners on this front.
Yeah. We have three investigators here looking for two missing people. So before we introduce the missing people, we should introduce the players and their characters. So starting on my left.
Hi, I'm Maddy. I will be playing Veronica Turner, a private investigator. That is all I know about this character. We just got handed pre-gens.
Yep.
Hey, this is Jason. I am playing Sapphon Arnault, and I am also a private investigator, which I know I am perceptive and calm, so that's how I'm going to play.
I'm Caleb. I'm going to play Dr. Lyle Bennington, an anthropologist who apparently knew one of the missing people. I've got a SAN of 40 and an intelligence of 10, so I'm going to play him as if he's not a very good anthropologist, because he does not seem to be so.
Well, no one else in the, let's see here, American Folk Studies program wanted to volunteer for this duty of accompanying the private investigators hired by Miskatonic University and the parents of the missing people. So, yeah, perhaps that is true. Here's what you know. You were looking for Nikki Sandson and Roger Martin. They were a couple, and they had gone to North Carolina. Nikki was a PhD candidate for the American Folk Studies program. Her dissertation in progress was the eschatology in the Tales of the Blue Ridge Mountains. She was known as an excellent and dedicated student with a bright future. Roger was a volunteer at a legal aid society, but not otherwise gainfully employed. He relied on a small stipend from the state disability program after a car accident claimed 95% of his vision. They were a happy couple, but had no plans to marry. They were experienced hikers.
It's a bit incongruous if he's blind legally.
I mean, Nikki was with him, so yeah. They flew into Asheville, North Carolina Regional Airport before driving to Graham County, about a 2-hour drive deeper into the mountains. They planned to camp out or rely on local hospitality once there. The final communication that anyone received from Nikki was a social media post showing her smiling in front of a wooden sign read Gadsden's Bend. With a steeple looming in the background. The picture is captioned, "Heading into the dead zone," smiley face. Calls to her or Roger's cell phone go straight to voicemail. Their phones are off and do not register on GPS. Their last GPS ping from either the phone came from a tower near Gadsden's Bend. The detectives here have been hired by basically the university and friends and family pooling their money to hire him. And then, of course, Lyle here is going to be the official liaison to help explain their research and assist the investigators.
I'm sure I'll do a great job.
Yeah. So we'll begin. You are obviously going to be heading to Gadsden's Bend, as that is their last known place that they were heading to. But before you depart for Gadsden's Bend, does anyone want to do any research or make any unusual, acquire any unusual equipment or anything like that? Like, obviously you would have laptops, cell phones, flashlights. Anyone with a firearm skill, which I think all three of you do, can get a single civilian firearm. You can drive to North Carolina. You were hired in Massachusetts, where Miskatonic is, but yeah. So you're driving to North Carolina. And so you don't have to deal with airports. But other than that, yeah.
I'll read what she turned in of her thesis.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll. Let's see here. Let's see. What do you want to roll? Anthropology would work. History would work. Yeah, probably anthropology. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 90. No.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's not exactly a great fit. It's not a great. She hasn't turned in much. It takes a while to write a dissertation. It turns out. And,
Yeah, fair enough.
she had abandoned her previous one and was trying to find a new direction for her work. So yeah, you get that on fail.
If they were heading camping, I would like to look up like popular camping sites or anything in reference to this dead zone, I guess.
The dead zone, I think, means a cell phone dead zone.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
In that case, just camping sites that are like popular in the area.
Okay.
Or whatever.
What do you want to roll for that?
I assume navigate, maybe.
Yeah, navigate would work. Yeah.
Even though it's at 30, so I doubt I'll. 67. No, the maps are hard.
Yeah, there's not a lot in that area.
You should have flipped that one.
Yeah. You cannot find much information in that particular area. It seems the people there don't have much in the way of internet or interest in the outside world. So there's not, and people they seem to just. In fact, hikers say stay away. The hiking message boards and that kind of thing you see say stay away from that area, but it's not elaborated why. So yeah. So let's see here. Sapphon?
Well, since Veronica kind of was already ahead of me on the same line I was thinking of, I'll just try and acquire us some hunting rifles to take along.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to roll for that.
Don't have to roll for it? Okay, great.
They're just, unless you're trying to get them like without serial
Well,
numbers.
no. Just nice, no nonsense deer guns.
Yeah.
Nothing unusual to be taking into North Carolina
Nope.
territory.
Yeah, easily done.
Good enough to deal with a bear. So.
Yeah. Definitely. So
Apparently I'm Kenneth Height because I have an 80 in occult.
Yeah.
It's greater than literally every other skill. So is that going to get me anything?
yeah, go ahead and roll. Yeah.
I know this sign.
Out 3 on Gadsden's Bend, I guess.
Okay. So you do know there is an unusual congregation, church in Gadsden. It is the St. Elijah's Perdition, the community church. And the website was clearly designed in the mid-90s. Evangelical Church for the Lost Sinners of the Mountains, returning to look to the Bible, led by Pastor Desmond Michaud. But with your cult success, you realize that there is an unusual emphasis on, an eye for an eye and hand for a hand, and there are some oblique references to removing your sins through work, by doing something about it. So not just praying, but you have to actually physically suffer for it. With your knowledge of occult, snake handlers and those kind of people. So this might be, that would be something that would have drawn Nikki's interest. Would be this church and its unusual theology. But they're not giving you much of a picture through their website.
All right.
And there's not much documentation in the literature. So
I immediately go to the anthropology department, requisition camera equipment, because this is my chance to get noticed by Vice. Finally get out of academia. Find some weird hill people cutting off their own thumbs for Jesus or whatever. And then I guess maybe we'll save this. What was her name? Nikki? I don't care.
Sandson,
Whatever they told me.
How well do you know Nikki, by the way?
No. I really shouldn't have missed that conference.
Yeah. She was in your program.
It's the only way to get back on tenure track.
How big is the American Folk Studies program at Miskatonic?
Apparently it's, which building?
You know what? That's true.
West Folklore or East Folklore? Yeah.
If there's one university that would have a big folk studies program, it would be fucking Miskatonic, wouldn't it? Yeah. So You all get together. Do you all drive in the same car, or are you all driving separately to get to Gadsden's?
I'm definitely not putting miles in my car. I made that very plain.
Yeah. One rental is in your stipend for this job, so I guess.
I think probably after the first 45 minutes with the good doctor, I'm regretting this, but yeah, I obviously want to be driving with Veronica.
Okay.
Get to know my.
Oh, don't
my
worry about
partner.
it. I have my AirPods in. I'm not talking to either of you.
Just in the back, looking out the window,
Yeah.
like, oh, why?
Trip to the woods.
Yeah, you can all get this information free because it's on the Wikipedia page. Gadsden's Bend is summed up in a very short Wikipedia entry, a unincorporated community in Graham County, North Carolina. It's at the intersection of two twisty minor roads. And so, yeah, it's windy.
Minor with an E or an O?
Minor road, not like highways. Yeah.
Well, it's North Carolina. This is holler country.
This is true.
They don't use roads anymore. They just blow up the mountain and let it come to them.
They wind. These are heavily forested mountains. You can see dilapidated houses, some that are still kept in enough repair that people could live in them. Some of them have clearly just been abandoned. Even the occupied homes are in poor condition. Tin roofs are rusted through, windows are broken, porches sag dangerously. When you get to the actual town, you can see a small general store, and there is a gas station across the street from it. Nearby you can see the St. Elijah's Perdition, the community church. All of you can see a few people milling about, so you can all give me alertness checks.
Absolutely not.
17, I make that.
Okay. So, Veronica, you notice that the people, you do notice you actually see something in common with all these people. They have scars around. A lot of them have scars around their mouths. Some have around their eyes. A few are even missing an eye. And you notice one person missing a hand. Cool. So that is something you notice. There's the gas station. There's the general store. There's the church. I
will go to the gas station.
Okay. So you're going to the gas station. Sapphon, where are you going?
So our options are right now just the church. And
that's what you see in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah. This is, they were heading into this town, and this is, basically the last known whereabouts.
I mean, the church does seem like the point of interest for them. So yeah, I'll head over there.
Veronica?
I'm happy to canvas the smaller gas station general store, just with photos did you see this person?
Okay.
Were they here? Because if you're on a long road trip, this is generally where they're going to stop. So
okay. All right. So give me a human, Veronica.
21. I make that.
Okay. Everyone is no one talks to you, but you realize very quickly that you're an outsider. So they are not going to talk to you. You have not been. You are not. They're they just kind of mutely stare at you.
Wrong
you
accent.
You get a good look at all those scars.
Yep.
And so you were going to the gas station?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head in the gas station. There's an attendant looks at you. You need gas?
Do you have those gummy nerds? They're like gummy worm, but they have nerds on them. They're kind of crunchy, but also soft.
No. No, we ain't got that. What are you talking about?
Do you have a Starbucks double shot or anything?
What?
I'm literally just looking for snacks. I'm not doing anything.
He points you to the snack aisle, which, there's some candy bars that have ceased manufacture. They do have strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Are there any good ones, like Sugar Babies? Or
they're Sugar Babies.
Oh, I'm fuck yeah, Sugar Babies! I get some dust off of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know they made these anymore, man.
Well, they're there, ain't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Do you have cash?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I am an anthropologist.
You know,
I recognize these
forgot.
backwards people don't have debit cards yet.
yeah. No, they don't have a pen reader system. Yeah.
Hey, did you see a girl or anything around here?
Well, I see girls here every day.
Oh, no. She was like from the university. She was like me. She was an anthropologist.
That's
like a doctor for towns.
What? Doctor for towns?
Well, villages as well. Settlements.
You saying something's wrong with our town here?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like a describing doctor.
I know there's some cars parked out in the lot for last week, ain't been moved. Some fancy car, foreign.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to go get some more sugar babies. I don't know when I'm going to see these again.
Yeah.
I go buy more sugar.
All right, yeah. You can just take the whole box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then I point to the private investigator's car.
Yeah.
I did it.
So, Sapphon, this time you get to the church.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very small church. Let's see here. It is, a small 2-room parsonage. One-room church, one-story church, clapboard church, and then there's a small residence next door. There's an old man.
So the preacher lives here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Desmond Michaud greets you. He is an old man, very weathered face, very stern looking, but speaks with a very gentle voice. It's like, well, good afternoon. Have you heard the good word, brother?
Well, what good would that be, Pastor?
Well, that we live in God's light and do not stray into the dark.
Well, sounds like a good time of place if that's the way folks tend to see the world. So.
Yes. We believe in the old ways. We believe in following the scripture as divinely. Yeah. So he just
So is your flock very welcoming to strangers and passerbys? Do you?
Well, if they're good of heart, of course. We don't take kindly to snake oil salesmen and whatnot.
Well, I assure you, despite my accent, that I'm no carpetbagger.
I believe you. You have look of a man on a mission.
Just a little bit. I'm looking for a dear friend, and she tends to like to patron such places as this, such houses of worship, and just wondering if she came through on her travels.
You show her a photo.
Yep, show him the photo. Yep, show him the photo.
She was in town not too long ago, perhaps a day or two ago.
Really?
Yeah. Her car is parked in the lot. She hasn't come for it.
Oh, so she's still here.
Well, she hasn't come for
by the car. Found the car! Eating sugar babies.
She was very interested in the stories I was telling, although I tried to guide her into that. She was straying already a little bit. She was traveling with a man who was not her husband.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes. I could see how that might be. That might not quite fall in.
When the golden ladder comes down, not everybody's going to be treated the same, and I hope she's corrected this mistake by then.
So her and her traveling companion. Shall we be polite and say they came by and you sermonized them? You said you were telling her story.
Well, she was interested in like ghost stories and such, which was fine. Spinning yarns is time-honored tradition around here,
Certainly, but it seems to be a bit kind of off track, isn't it? If you're trying to be pointing folks on the straight and narrow.
Well, you got to get them to stay in the first place. If they come asking for ghost stories, you got to keep them from leaving. So, and I'm happy to tell the stories. There's a tradition around here. You'd say of sure. So you can learn many lessons from these stories.
I see.
Yeah. But at this point, Veronica, you can make your way here if you want.
Hell yeah, call time.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just trying doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 60 in criminology and 40 in locksmithing, so I'm pretty sure I can get this car open.
Yeah, give me a roll.
It's like,
I put down the brick.
It is a Prius, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, so none of the doors are open?
So the lock picking is going to be less than successful.
Yeah.
Look around. Just, we can try this, alright. That is a 32. I make it on either locksmithing or criminology.
Turns out you know how to get into a locked car.
Hell yeah.
So you start rooting around in there. You find several journals. You find, let's see, a book, Legends of Folklore of Appalachia, an oral history compilation generated by Miskatonic University historians. There's some post-it notes on them.
Handing all the books to the
If you knew my paper load.
Then there is a cell phone, which is clearly unpowered. You try and turn it on, and nothing happens. So you start looking through all that stuff, and that'll take you. So you can start working on getting the cell phone working and unlocked, and you can start reading the stuff.
I guess I'll do reading.
You're already at 80 on the cult. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
So the good pastor, starts to, mention some of the stories that he was.
Okay.
We mentioned the lights, some well-over peaks. Those are the souls of the lost. There's I told her the story of the devil dog that takes sinners who stray too far from the road. And the ghost regiment, some of Cornwallis' soldiers. But you can give me a human.
Human. Okay. Mm-hmm. 37 under 60.
Yeah. While he's mentioning some of these stories and telling you them, you notice he kind of like remembers something else. His eyes, turn to like remembers, but then he's and then he changes the topic to, you should also talk to Silas Stanley or Peggy Deschamps. I told her they're also, tellers of tall tales, and I'm sure your friend went to go visit them. She did say she was going to go hiking along the Southeast Ridge to get photos and a feel for the place.
Along the Southeast Ridge, you say?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. There's some signs, and go around town. I'm sure people will. Now that you've, said hello, I'm sure people will be a little more opening to you.
It's good to hear. Appreciate all the accolades I could get there, Pastor.
Okay.
Shake his hand and walk out.
Let's see here. You, Lyle, start reading the books, and the highlighted entry in the, let's see here, Folklore of Appalachia is about the Reapers, which are malevolent spirits that figure in some of the early folklore of the Appalachians. There's some annotations in the margins from Nikki, a little post.
Wait, how early? Like indigenous or like white folk making legends to explain why they were scared of the indigenous? Like, who is reaping? Is it a tree spirit? Is it Satan that's actually the people we displaced from the land?
The stories that the historians in the 1920s got were from, white settlers, but they don't know where they got the stories from. There's actually, that's the whole thing, is that there's very little information about these Reapers. She could only find Nikki could only find 2 other references in folklore to these Reapers, and notes, this is a PhD right here. I
snort and eat more sugar babies.
In her journals, personal journals and notes, she said Michaud is hiding something. Stanley mentioned Pettigrew, a hoodoo woman, question mark. The old carny wagon, question mark. There must be some story there. And be afraid of deep shadows, question mark. So meanwhile, Veronica, you power up the phone. And you enter in Nikki's birthday as the pin code, and that works.
Nice.
Because...
Rip.
Yep. Let's see. There are numerous photos, including, let's see. The most recent photos show a ruined-looking house nestled in a valley.
Right, I will send that photo to just everyone's numbers, just so we all got a copy of it. From Dash.
It
like,
does not
Veronica.
send.
Doesn't? Aw, boo.
You're in a dead zone. Yeah.
Boo. It's just got that pending. I'm like, God damn it. All right. I take a photo of it with my phone.
Yeah. So the three of you rendezvous. It's probably late morning now. At the you're in the church.
I offer them sugar babies.
Okay, yeah. There's some. Do you remember sugar babies?
I do and decline.
I don't remember them being this hard.
All right. So what's your next move? Or you can talk about it. Like there's other people in town, obviously, but yeah.
She seemed like she was doing some sort of oral history of the area, but I don't know why she wouldn't take her phone to record that unless she had equipment. Anthropologists were really the first podcasters when you think about it. But I don't see like any tapes, any video equipment. Mm-hmm. And if she's just like writing shorthand, I mean, ew. Why would you do that? I mean, she doesn't even have grad students. I mean, maybe the guy. I'm just in a reverie of like, why you would come do this much work without this much equipment. Mm-hmm. I'm basically saying it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like she doesn't appear to have planned to have abandoned her car because all that equipment's gone. I imagine
that's true.
I will show the dilapidated house saying, it's like, well, she took a photo of here, so she was obviously here at some point, but that'd be before she went back to her car. So,
God, Jesus, that place looks haunted, right? Oh, man, creepy as fuck.
What could go wrong? Yeah.
Well, the story around town is she disappeared hiking. So we know which trail, according to the pastor, they went out on. Might head out and start there, but there's also plenty of people around town. It seems there's a very deep tradition, oral tradition of storytelling with these people. Their religious teaching seems less based on traditional theological texts and more on word of mouth.
Oh yeah, you can give me another occult check.
Me?
Yeah.
I make it. That's 6 out of 8.
So I assume Sapphon and Veronica filled you in on what they heard and saw at the church and around town. And you realize, the scars make sense. This congregation must literally practice like eye for an eye, hand for a hand. Like they must
transubstantiative atonement.
Yeah, like so if you're caught lying, they sew your mouth shut for a week. Or if you are caught stealing, they'll cut your hand off if it's serious enough.
It's very Italian of them for being very contrapasso.
Yeah.
Very Dante.
It's very unusual. You've never heard of another congregation that does something like that. So, but yeah, you start looking. You remember the gas station did have faint scars around his lips. Yeah.
I'd be careful sinning. Around these people, at least. Not generally.
Yeah.
But they seem...
they tend to... They look like they might take
this poor girl.
Their standards very seriously.
Breaking into a car's not sinning, right? That's fine.
Her advisor should really just be hung up and shot. White middle America, that's so aughts. That's never going to get approved. Everything Central America, oh man. Just never had a chance, the poor thing. Anyway, I'm going to get us all checked into the hotel. You guys have fun traipsing about the woods. I'll be there if you need me. Got my celly on. Just like backing away with the bags.
You look for the non-existent motel.
Yeah, I'm confused. Like, are you guys getting that? Or is that on the university card? Or...
About that. I don't think that's happening, actually.
Yeah, I got the sense that we might be roughing this one.
Oh my God. I'm going to try and get my dean on the phone. I'm angrily pacing the parking lot, calling him repeatedly while they decide on a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, after a minute of that, you hang up. You realize you're draining your battery, and you don't know where the nearest charger is. Yeah. Do these people even have electricity?
No.
So you do know that you can look around. There are some other houses around here, so you can ask around for Silas and Peggy, or you could start looking for the Southeast Ridge. Those are pretty obvious things to try.
I wouldn't mind just trying to walk the hike and just see if there's anything. Obviously, if they did go hiking and then just injured somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like a priority.
Okay. All right.
I agree.
So you grab your backpacks, water, flashlight. One of you has first aid, so you have that person has a first aid kit, I believe, or they would have a first aid kit.
Yeah.
Bringing the rifles.
Deer rifles. Definitely bringing the deer rifles.
All right.
Good job.
Okay. All right. It's not too far from here, so it's like a half-hour hike. And then you can see it's sort of marked by a rusting silver bullet trailer overlooking a stream. The tires have rotted. The door hangs only by one hinge, and a nasty-looking vulture perches on its roof, and which flies away as you approach. Trees that have grown up around it. You can look inside if you want. You can search around,
Well, you guys have guns.
Bear country.
Oh, there's bears?
Yeah. North Carolina. Maybe even a bobcat. You never know.
Yeah.
My search is 50.
I mean, you can both search.
My search is 20. Let's do this.
Okay. Love how high these dice are rolling today.
23. I'm just kicking dirt. Yep, this is dirt.
I got a 98. Holy shit, is that a bird? Look at the size of that thing.
Well, it's not much around here.
I take a picture of the vulture.
There are fresh footprints near the trailer that are not yours.
Okay.
So, you do find, even on a fail, you find that. You didn't crit fail. So
No crit fails.
Yeah. So you do see that at least.
Gotta, knock on the trailer door. If anyone's inside there, they might have seen people walk past.
It looks like it's been abandoned for years and years. It's a 2-room trailer. Smells of mold and rot. There's a small kitchenette. Rear is a living area. No bathroom. There are some decorated or some circus posters, on the walls of this little trailer. But yeah, they're very old.
Can I criminology the footprints, see if they match these two's boot sizes?
Okay.
Is the Carney wagon?
No,
Probably,
referenced?
yeah. You would guess, yeah. Huh?
No, I cannot get these dice down below 50. It's saved my life right now. It's boding well for the evening.
You're just getting your bad rolls out of the way now.
Do I recognize anything from the circus folk posters?
No, nothing comes to mind. It's just the latest date you can find is from 1974. So yeah, this is been around quite a while. But it continues on into the hollow. So you follow the trail. I assume you follow the trail. Right?
Absolutely.
So you follow the trail.
What time of day is it, Ross?
Now it's early afternoon. Probably 2 o'clock.
Yeah, no.
And I'll say it's spring, so you got 6 hours left of daylight, probably.
I mean, in the holler, probably not, but still,
But
theoretically, sure.
So you take this, follow the trail. It leads to a narrow valley filled with thick trees and lined by steep 20-foot stone ridges. It can only be entered in from the west, where the valley rises up to meet the rest of the forest. You can all give me alertness, survival, or navigate. Or actually, one person should give me a navigation check.
Oh no, I have it at 30.
I have it at 60.
Oh, yeah,
not that I'm rolling well, but at least
I'm holding the maps upside down. You're
guys, I got this. I got it.
Hey, I made navigate.
Okay, went this way, guys.
I can really skip that.
Holy shit! I made survival.
Okay.
I don't know what that does. I didn't die.
So as you
slide down, you don't slide down the rock face.
What's really interesting to you as you enter into this hollow, you notice you don't hear birds anymore, and you don't hear insects buzzing either. In fact, it's very still and quiet here. So yeah, but also with your navigate, so you know you have a good. You won't have to make another navigate check to get here or in or out. You also it's one way in, one way out, unless you're climbing these 20-foot walls, stone ridges.
So are we able to keep trace on these footprints?
Yeah, in fact, you find a tent. A recent tent, has been set up 300. So you basically follow this valley, and there is a ruined house, but a couple hundred feet away from the ruined house is a tent. The house is at the end of the valley, so the tent's in. You find the tent first, but then you see the house beyond it.
Is there a campfire?
No, but there are 2 sleeping bags sticking out of the tent.
So she took a picture of the house, came back, dropped off her phone at some point, and then either had already set up a tent or came back to set up a tent.
Well, do you want to check out the tent first? You see this? You see the tent from you're like 100 feet away from the tent.
Yeah, I'm going towards the tent.
Okay, all right.
Guys, don't worry about the guns. There's no birds or insects. I don't think an ecosystem could support a bear here.
Okay.
The niche is all fucked up.
So Lyle's taking the lead then,
Saphon's going to unsling his rifle because he knows that traditionally stillness in nature is an indication of a predator.
So as you get closer to the tent, there are 2 sleeping bags, and they're sticking out of the tent, like the feet area, and you can see one of them. They're actually one of them is flat, but one of the sleeping bags actually there's someone in it. And as you, so what are you going to do as you get closer?
Get up, Sanson. Your grant's in danger. Like the department sent me. You're completely out of compliance. We're going to lose so much fucking money. Yeah, just really angrily, reaching for that bag.
So the sleeping bag starts moving, starts shuffling, and then you can see the feet with tracked as like someone's climbing out of the bag. That they don't say anything. So you continue walking forward, berating them for this. And that's when a man sort of lurches out of the tent. And you recognize from the photos that's Roger, Nikki's boyfriend.
The legal aid.
Yeah, the legal aid. He looks very gaunt, and he's wearing a vest. And it must be very dark in the tent because, you can't see his shirt under the vest. It's just dark there. In fact, this whole area is fairly dark. As you mentioned, there's a very thick canopy overhead. But he says, "Oh, hello, good. Come closer." He steps out of the tent. "I've been so hungry."
Oh, I toss him a bag of sugar babies. Here you go, man.
He doesn't even try and catch it. It falls to the ground.
Dude, they don't make those anymore.
He continues forward. You notice there's something... and you two are catching up behind him. And when he turns fully to face you, that's when you see his chest is wrong. It's this void in his chest. His chest is a void, like an utterly black void, but there are these small shining lights in them like stars, and his fingernails are so long and they're reaching towards you, go ahead and give me a sand check.
Yeah, I'm real good at being sane with
my
8 power, and I did not make that.
Okay.
Weird.
All right. That is only 2 for you, but both of you make sand checks as well.
Okay.
Oh no, I also have 8 power. 92, I did not make.
All right, that is 3.
36 under 65.
Yeah, that is 1 for you.
That's 1.
Yeah. Well, that is there's
yeah.
a void in his chest. It looks like the night sky. And he's lunging towards.
I grab Lyle by the scruff and yank him back away as I kind of level the rifle with the other arm. Just say, "Hold up now, pal. Let's take it easy."
Why?
Well, I would wonder if you could explain. You appear to have a medical condition that I don't understand. I'd be pretty appreciative if we just all kept our distance for a moment until we understand what's happening here.
Start recording with my phone.
Oh, and I already have I'm definitely behind him.
Yeah.
We're so close here and so far, and I'm so hungry. Why can't you help me? Why won't you help me?
Well, we want to help you, Roger. We were sent here to help you. There's 2 sleeping bags in there. Do you know who's supposed to be in the other one?
No, you can't. You could try a persuaded half.
Okay. That's already a pretty tall ask, but let's see if maybe the dice are woken up for the evening. No, very much no. I had a 97. No.
Yeah. He clutches his head and lashes out at a nearby tree. And just shreds, like, ripping a huge chunk out of the bark and trunk of the tree.
Huh.
Like a bear would be hard-pressed to rip out that much of a tree with one swipe. So, and he continues forward. I'm just so hungry. If you could just come here, you could help me with that.
No, I think you need to stay right there as I now, now that I've gotten Lyle back.
I have failed my athletics test to run away. So Lyle has already made the attempt.
All right, well,
Roger, where is Nikki?
Nikki is with him. Nikki's with him.
Who's him?
All right, he just starts charging you.
I fire.
Yep. All right. Go fire him.
There's that bullshit. Yeah. 3.
All right.
I think that's lethality for a hunting rifle, isn't it?
I think it depends. That's why I brought the book out.
Yeah.
To remember. What does gun do?
What memorized every gun?
I've actually memorized pistols, but not hunting rifles. Weirdly enough, because that comes up a lot more. Let's see here. Light rifle. Would this be a light or a heavy rifle? Probably a heavy.
Yeah.
No, it's not lethality, but it's a D12 plus 2.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, rip. Where is my D12?
Oh, damn the D12.
I don't have one because it's back. That's for Warhammer. Of course it is. That 5 damage.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. It staggers back, and it clearly had an impact, even though you think you hit the void, but it's. Yeah, so it has a corporeal form, so that's good, but...
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah. Veronica, I assume you have your rifle out at this point, too.
Yeah, I could see it be hit by one and stop a little, be like, yeah, I feel like this is the time we just keep shooting this thing. I don't like the fact that it's running towards us, so... Yep. 83.
Maddy.
Yeah. Well, next round it'll be at close range. So,
of course it will.
Yeah. Lyle, what are you doing?
I already told you I was failing to run away.
Okay.
73 out of 50 athletics.
Well, you didn't critically fail, so you didn't fall or stumble or anything. So you didn't make it any worse. But you're moving back a little. All right. So this round it is going to charge. So let's see. All right, it will get into melee range, and Actually misses with an 84. So,
Okay.
it swipes angrily at you, and fortunately, it hits a root and misses you by a few inches, inches short. But so
I actually not gotten in the situation in Delta Green. Can you fire when you're in
sure,
melee? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
As long as you're not grappled. If
Gotcha.
you're grappled, you're
Okay. I run the bolt and let's do it again. No, very much no with a 75.
You're plus 20 because you're in point.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, then that is a yes.
All right. Roll damage. Yeah. Good catch, Bill.
That'll be 13 that time.
Weirdly, it is still up, although it is. You hit it straight in the face.
Yeah.
And you can see it actually is still blood. One of the eyes is gone. The other one is crying, and it looks like.
I made that one.
So did I, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a 95. I'm slightly not alright with that
Another one. Only one.
Hey.
It's going to try and grab you.
Of course it is.
And it makes it with a 37.
Okay.
So you have been grappled. It is
Hooray.
pulling you close to its chest, and you can feel just such cold. You don't take any damage yet, but your friends are probably going to want to
Veronica, help!
Yeah.
I don't feel like I want to fire if he's being grappled.
That's a negative 20. And if you miss, you'll hit him. There'll be even odds if you just miss or if you hit him. So, but you can...
If I attempt to just melee with like...
You can use unarmed combat or melee weapons if you want to use the rifle butt as like a club.
I'll try to use rifle butt, because I think with the rolls I've been doing...
Alright, so
I'll
that's
just
your melee
kill-
weapon skill.
Yeah. 55 critical fails. At least you're not shooting you in the face. I'm just breaking your nose.
You have a damage bonus. It's on the bottom right. It's DB to the right of your whole column thing.
0.
Okay.
Unarmed combat is 0, yeah.
The DB is 0. Yeah.
Yo.
Okay. I'm just gonna put that as a D4 for the weapon button.
Okay.
Really glad I didn't say
Which is 4.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
of course
cracked
it
on the back
fucking
of the
is.
skull. Not helping. Lyle, what are you gonna do?
Unarmed combat seems like a great idea.
Yeah.
79.
Oh, I thought that was a 77. I was like, please don't. Please don't.
All right, so you're being pulled into the void.
Yes.
But you get to
Kind of
resist.
hitting him
Okay.
with my
Yeah.
backpack.
So it's an opposed grapple check, basically. Use your
Okay.
unarmed combat.
Unarmed combat?
yeah.
Okay, great. I actually have a pretty decent unarmed combat skill. Nope, not what I'm rolling. Like,
91.
All right. He actually, I mean, he failed by less, so...
Great.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
So you're still being pulled in.
Yes.
You're halfway there. It's not great.
No.
So, yeah.
Can I unarmed combat to just try pull him off?
Yeah.
I just throw the gun to the ground.
Yeah.
That thing is bad. And I'm just going to try to pull him out of the chest cavity.
Yeah.
67, I just make it.
Okay. You just make it.
Just make it.
All right. You actually managed to succeed. You pulled out. So, Lyle, the creature's there. It's barely standing at this point. It's bleeding out. What do you do? And Sapphon has been pulled to safety or been pulled away from it.
I'm going to grab that gun that fell down.
Yeah. Yeah, you can shoot it. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
That's a promising start with that one.
51. Am I in point blank still?
Yeah. You
All
were
right.
trying to melee it last round, so yeah.
I'll say he's like picking up the gun to get it away from the guy and
Yeah.
like doesn't know anything about guns and turns it, just blasts it. Like accidental discharge that he's going to say he did it to save your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll d12.
Yeah. I don't
There's
have
a d12
the
right there.
D12.
Yeah.
Go.
4. Yeah.
That's enough, actually. I had like 3 hit points left, so... the thing that was Roger Martin collapses and sort of bleeds away. But like the body just kind of starts seemingly pulled into nothingness. You realize it's just bleeding into the darkness of the ground, like the little shadows formed on the leaf piles and whatnot. It is,
I like slowly lay the hunting back down on the ground. Don't eat any more sugar babies.
Yeah.
There's ergot in the sugar babies.
So that's what they meant by the deep shadows are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I just have no idea what that means, Doctor. Countered anything like this in oral traditions?
Do we still get paid if we killed one of the people we were looking for?
I didn't kill anybody. Do I have any frame of reference for this to make a roll, or?
I mean, you do know that probably this is connected to that Reaper thing you heard about that is not very well documented, but the people back in town obviously know the stories about the Reaper.
I think maybe we should come back to this house, like, when there's more sun.
Yeah, I feel like nighttime will be bad here.
We need to check the tent first.
Okay. You do find a video camera.
Oh, good. I can't wait to watch that tonight.
You find a video camera and some other equipment, lights and batteries and that kind of thing.
Okay.
And camping equipment, of course.
When he melts away, is it like everything? Like clothes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it was pulled into a place that you can't see.
Just slurped into the soil.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. Did you guys see anything? And we didn't find anybody, right?
I mean, that tree still has a big chunk torn out of it.
He's just missing. Yeah.
Yep. Still missing.
We definitely shot at bears and they ran away.
I mean, I don't think anybody's going to ask you any questions about any gunfire in this forest. Like,
look, this is quite literally Lyle's first rodeo. All right.
All right. All right. So you head back. You get out of the forest before dark.
Seems wise.
Yeah.
Very.
All right. So you're a little shaken, but what do you want to do?
Is there a bar in town?
There's a gas station and a general store, and then there are the houses and the church.
Damn this town.
Can we like sleep in the church? Like a basement or cots?
I mean, obviously the pastor's still there.
I'll go ask him.
Hello.
Hi. My university seems to have gotten a mix-up with our lodgings. And, we're just going to be in town for a little bit. We're wondering if you could take mercy on some, Christian travelers in need.
Well, of course. We can. I was just about to have dinner. It would be rude of me not to let you all have some of our town's humble hospitality.
Oh, you don't have to go out of your way. Just a cot or an air mattress would be fine.
Air mattress? No. We have some cots. Yes. In case people, if there's a fire, they have to sleep here till they can get to rebuild their home or whatnot. So, yeah, of course. So you'll sleep in the church itself. But yeah, that doesn't bother you.
I mean, I'll take it as opposed to like exposure. So
yeah, it gets cold at night. Yeah. All right. Do you want to talk to the pastor anymore, or do you want to talk to any of the townspeople before you go to sleep?
So, I'm interested to hear about these reapers that have been.
Oh well, yes, there are the reapers. That is an old story around here. I don't like talking about it as much, but they are. They're very true, Like, I mean, I know you're from the city and all, and you think these things are superstition, but I assure you, down here in Gadsden's Bend, we do know that the devil takes many forms, and the Reaper is one of them. Surely, he is he lives in a place called the Shadowing. Looks like our world, but not. It is he is the lord there, but he always tries to enter our world. Several generations ago, Horace Currituck, he found the Reaper tried to find a way through Horace Currituck, but old Currituck tricked him, blocked the Reaper man, that was a long time ago. But
Horace Currituck?
Yeah, Currituck. The ruins of his house are in the hollow.
How do you manage to block the Reaper man, so to speak?
Well, Horace Currituck had a daughter, and the Reaper tried to possess it, but Currituck loved us so much. He loved our community. He was willing to. He could have tried to exorcise, to banish the spirit within, but instead he sewed the eyes and the mouth shut of his daughter and buried her so that he would be imprisoned in her body, so he could not get out.
It's a mighty Christian charity there.
But his daughter was lost for sure. But he sacrificed his child to keep that awful thing imprisoned.
Yeah, just for like how long it takes to die when buried alive and your mouth sealed up, or like longer? What's the shelf life on this sort of?
Well, I do not know for sure, but we have not been bothered by the Reaper for many a year, obviously.
Cool. Well, I'm eager to check out that church basement and that cot. So It's been wonderful talking to you.
Of course. Yeah. They set up the cots, yeah. Or he shows you where the cots are. You can set it up yourself, yeah.
Is there enough electricity to watch this terrible tape?
Seems like the best place and time to do this.
Outstanding.
So, you watch the tape. You notice, Nikki does an interview with Silas and Peggy. She gives them a bottle of cheap booze. They immediately become, open up and hold court. They tell him, they talk about Hetty Pettigrew, a woman who lives up on Well-Lever Peak. She's, a strange woman who knows a lot of the old ways. Her son Robichaux is with her. Decades ago, they talk about the carny wagon. Carnival came through there. One of the carnies disappeared, and the carnival left without claiming that wagon. They didn't want to get too close to the hollow. At this point, they mentioned the Currituck place at the end of the hollow, and how it's haunted, and all the godly folks stay away from there. They then talk about other folklore, folktales, and that kind of thing. The video cuts shows another thing of her filming like in a way that make it look like she's not filming. Like she puts the camera sort of like, she presses record and then puts it down, and then
this is off the record.
Off the record.
Let me just put this out of the way.
But it's her and Roger sort of talking with her, and Roger's like, "Oh my god, that guy keeps following you around." And Nikki's like, "Don't worry about him. He's just." They don't get a lot of, I think he just has a crush on me. And he's like, okay, I may be blind, but I'm not that blind, there is a dude, obviously local, just watching her from a distance and trying to be inconspicuous about it. Then they cut to stuff showing the carny wagon. They find some drawings in the carny wagon of the old ruined house that you saw that you didn't go into. They show the drawings show a lot of shadows, does not look good in the drawings. Then they're going in there, and then they're talking about Okay, we're just going to scout out the house first, and before we figure out how to set up the cameras and stuff like that. So we'll be right back. That's where it ends. Before this, whatever happened.
What time of day was it? When we're going to go scout the house out, and then we'll be right back.
It was dusk.
Yeah.
She was just going to take a look at the house while Roger was setting up camp, and that's where it ends.
I think we should go talk to this Pettigrew person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The house is definitely not good.
The house is not good, you say?
It's not good.
All right.
Do we know how to get to her?
She's at the top of the nearby mountain.
Right.
Yeah. So there are roads that go up
Okay.
there. So, yeah.
All right.
It's like I don't want to hike up a whole mountain.
Yeah.
I think that's a morning thing.
Yeah.
Like after
no, absolutely.
a peaceful rest and a dusty snake handler cot.
Yeah, you actually, when you look around the church basement, you do find an unusually well-supplied cabinet of medical supplies. Like disinfectant, needles. You
can do first aid on yourself, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I painstakingly inventory the contents to see if there are any painkillers.
No.
Well, never mind. This is all trash. I'm going to that.
Yeah, you can search around if you want to find more stuff.
No. I guess I'll search around.
All right, give me a search.
Thankfully, I remain ignorant. 75 out of 40.
All right. All right, so you all bug down for the night. You all wake up early morning, knowing you didn't sleep great. You had weird dreams. You don't quite remember them. It was quite dark. There's something lurking behind you nearby. But yeah, you wake up. It's morning. After eating some, there's Pop-Tarts that look more recent at the general store, gas station, or at the gas station.
No, I would fuck up a Pop-Tart.
Yeah. So yeah, with cheap coffee and Pop-Tart breakfast, you head up to Hattie Pettigrew's house. And it is a large shack. It's an awkward drive, going through the winding roads up to there. There is no driveway. It takes you a while to get up there.
Oh, wait, do they have booze at the liquor store?
Yeah.
All right, we also get whatever the craziest hill folk booze we can find.
Yeah, what would that be?
Shine.
It would be pear moonshine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Probably Shine.
Mason jar, yeah.
Yeah,
Mason
unlabeled.
jar with a couple of apples or pears tossed into it.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
Had some with some river folk on my bachelor party.
So
It's not a good idea.
There's some occult symbols all around the land. As soon as you get there, you recognize all kinds of symbols to ward off evil. Crosses and green glass bottles. Ziploc bags filled with red fluids, birds' wings, a wooden box holding the skeleton of various animals. There is a copy of the 1970s Simon's Necronomicon with every nailed to a wall or nailed to a tree. You look and you sort of flip through some of the pages, through the nail. You can see idiot, just bullshit. This is wrong, So she did not like this book apparently, but as you're approaching it, a large man in overalls, holding a lawnmower blade, is like, "Who the hell are y'all? Get off our property!"
Hi, I'm Dr. Bennington. I'm looking for a student from our department that came to see you recently.
What?
She filmed you talking about, the local legends.
All right, roll persuade.
Yeah. Do I get a bonus for holding a giant bottle of pear
Oh, yeah,
moonshine?
plus 30.
All right, plus 30 for a giant bottle of pear moonshine. I make it.
Okay. He grabs the moonshine. Well, you got business with Ma, then I guess she can hear you out. But if she tells you to leave, you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Why wouldn't I do that?
No, we live here now.
it's true. So Hetty you get to the porch and Hetty's there on an old rocking chair. Says, hello. I could tell from the morning weather that I was going to have visitors today. And where the birds were calling to each other. It's some strange business going down in the holler.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
The house down the way by, what was his name? Kurtek?
Kurtek, yeah.
Yeah.
Kurtuk.
What would you say is going on down there? If you had to describe it.
I told Nikki not to approach it. Because you see the Reaper man, he lives there, and at the bottom of the hollow, at the end of the hollow, is sort of it's where the shadowing and our world sort of collide. And building, I told my grandma told the Kurtuk family not to build on that land, but he did, and they did anyway. And they came to a bad end because of that. And I told Nikki not to go in there, and things weren't worth bothering, and she went in there. But yeah, she's been she hasn't come out yet. That means the Reaper's got her.
Now, is there a way to deal with this sort of Reaper problem that doesn't involve sewing the eyes and mouth of your child up and burying them alive?
Well,
times have changed. That's a less optimal solution than the past, perhaps.
Well, the only other way is to go into shadowing and fight the Reaper off yourself.
Right.
You need a hand of glory for that.
I don't know any hanged men because we don't do that anymore. So I don't have one of those.
If you all are good Christians, you're willing to fight the Reaper. I might know where you can get such a hand.
Okay.
That would be useful.
Yes. Where could we get that?
Don't you ask no questions. Robichaux, go get it. Ma. Yeah, now it's time. It's the weather's changing. These three are obviously sent to us to deliver us from evil. And Robichaux dejectedly goes into the basement and comes out with a mason jar, kind of like the one you gave him, but instead of a pear, it's a severed human hand.
Well, I mean, you got to reuse the jar.
We're not, yeah.
Kings and queens up here.
Yeah. And it is, filled with the liquid.
Formaldehyde only adds flavor to the shine. It doesn't detract from it.
Yeah, it is a candle made from the prepared human hand using fingers for wicks. I can make them, but obviously it will take me all day. You'll have to go in at night in order to and use the handle as the hand of glory as your guide.
Now, what if, hypothetically, the building was on fire? There would be very few shadows within it.
Well, if you can get Nikki.
Have you considered this a solution?
Well, have you found Nikki yet?
No.
Yeah.
I
Well, you must. It is her spirit has obviously been possessed by the Reaper, but her body is another concern, of course.
Okay, I guess that private investigators, you guys have anything on this? Any thing you'd like to contribute?
I think this is a little over our wheelhouse, Doctor.
Well, I mean, I'm here. I'm the consultant. I'm not in charge here. I don't have command of the scene. Is that
We absolutely buy some more moonshine to take with us for Plan B.
Yeah, they have plenty of moonshine. That's the one thing they have too much of, perhaps. Yeah, it is moonshine. So
gas station guy doing metrics in his back office? Moonhide's up 400% this month. The economy's finally turning around.
the moonshine heavy portfolio is paid off.
They called me crazy.
Starts planning his flavor expansion.
Yeah. We're going to open a tasting room down in Bixby.
So she gets it. She makes the hand of glory for you, which again is the hand has been. Somehow the hand it just stays upright like this with all the fingers pointing upward, and there is a wick at each finger and the thumb. And you just burn one at a time. When one goes out, like the other one.
This will this last more than the night, or do we need to use it like immediately?
Yeah, immediately.
All right, so we can't do it tomorrow morning. Unfortunately.
Well, I mean, it is. I do not know if you'll be able to cross into the shadowing. If you can get there before dark and then light it, just as it is dusk when it is neither day nor night. Perhaps that will be the weakest time where you can still enter, and the Reaper would be at his weakest. So you still have time if you hurry. So, yeah.
Cool. Guess that's the plan then.
Yeah.
All right, then.
All right.
Robichaux,
Yeah.
can I get one of them, like, lawnmower blades or a machete? You got anything lying around?
I got a machete, got an axe, got another lawnmower blade, got a rusty lawnmower blade.
I'll take the machete.
Okay.
If you don't mind, for brush reasons. Night brush.
Yeah, it does DA damage, yeah. That's out of character. You did not say that.
The power move he did though.
Yeah, I'm actually the fourth wall character. I am God. Yeah. Yeah. So, you all head back to the Hollow. And as much as you left it, it is closing into dusk, and you get to the Kurituk place. This.
You guys gotta take my picture with this thing before we go in there. Holding the hand of glory. Got the machete in the other one.
Yeah.
Nice.
This house is obviously a death trap.
Flap cover, all the pit.
As you step in, the floorboards are rotten, the wallpaper is peeling, the stone foundation is shifting. It should have fallen apart. Like you have no idea why it's still standing.
Right.
But you hear a woman call out, "Help!" And you can find her easily. She's in the cellar, but there is a big hole in the living room floor where she fell through. So you look over, you step in, there's the living room, there's the hole, and so you see her pretty much immediately. And there is a rotten, her leg looks pretty bad, obviously, and there is a big, wooden, piece of wood sticking through her abdomen.
Oh, she's dead.
No, she just called out. She's like,
How long has she been missing?
4 or 5 days. Yeah. Well, who has first aid trained?
That's me. Yeah, it's me. Right, so I make a Swiss seat and I descend.
Wait, no. Is my hand lit? The hand of glory, it's on fire. I would like it on fire.
Thing. Yeah, with your first aid training, you know that
there's no way.
Yeah, she would have bled out by now. There's no way
right,
but she's still alive. You can light the hand of glory. Yeah.
Oh yeah, light the hand of glory.
Light the hand of glory, light a cigarette. Oh well.
All right, everyone, give me a sand check.
I make that one.
Got 6. Hell yeah.
Fail.
Let's see here. Actually, hand me that D8.
Oh fuck.
Oh, here we go. All right. Actually, each of you only loses 1 because it's a split between all of you. So
Okay.
yeah.
I failed.
Even if you make it?
If you make it, then it is 1. If you fail, it is 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. As soon as you light the candle, you now know what it feels like to go through what you saw happen to Roger Martin's corpse. As you are pulled through the real world and into the shadowing, it is intensely dark. Yet you can see, but it is almost the inverse of everything is inverted. The darkness becomes the light becomes the darkness. You feel disassociating to a degree that you didn't know was possible for a human to feel. Like you feel as though you are piloting a body that is someone else's to a degree. The sensation fades after a moment as your mind adjusts to being in this, whatever the fuck this is. And but you're still in the house. Like it looks completely different yet now, but your brain is already adjusting to it and you're already acclimating to it.
Is the impaled girl still down there?
Yeah, and there's something standing over her. And it is this very tall, shadowy figure that looks at you all from the cellar. And you have come a long way to die or to become, or have you? Are you so committed to your action, or do you not want to talk first?
I'm gonna just start pulling out the bottle of moonshine from the bag, looking do we throw
Can
this?
Can we get the girl back?
You can get her if you defeat me here. Then you can have her body back, but she's dead. I am the thing controlling her body, and I just want you to take this body to another place, and I can find a more suitable vessel. If you do that, you'll be fine, and you'll be rewarded. But if you kill me here, and I will do my best to kill you, then all you get is a body that then you have to have the priest exorcise, and then you just have a body.
Can we talk about this?
Oh, we're talking.
No, I just want to consult with my friends.
Okay.
Real quick.
You can give me an occult check.
Okay. I'll be back over to the hole when we're done.
All right, what's an occult check?
Jesus Christ. 88 out of 80.
No.
I critically fail.
89 out of 50? He seems really trustworthy.
60 out of 10. I don't and I'm
all right, give me a sand check there.
I also fail that.
All right, you lose 5 as you realize everything you've ever studied is actually real. The supernatural is real; it's not fake, and you know too much about it. And you have a mild pretty severe existential crisis about that, as your entire cosmology is undercut.
Well, I take a temporary, and I'm also past my breaking point.
Okay,
so whatever you want to do.
Well,
with
first
that.
off, you do get to choose fight, flight, or freeze.
I'm just going to do freeze.
Okay, yeah.
Freeze.
So you're just paralyzed in fear staring at this thing and the revelation. By the way, have you two made a sand check for seeing the Reaper?
No.
The Reaper Man?
I thought we did that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You did. So, that's what a crit fail for a cult does.
Learn everything.
Yeah. You just regular fails. You're like, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Veronica, yeah. So, the two of you could talk, but he doesn't seem to chase you or attack you, so.
Yeah, I was just holding the moonshine, miming throw down hole.
Well, both of you can give me an idea check.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is intelligence times 5. Obviously not you.
I could succeed it with a 33.
90. I am stupid.
Okay, so you realize there's another thing you can do.
Okay.
Which is you don't kill it here, which would only banish it temporarily. Well, you don't know if it would kill it for real or if it would banish it. So you don't know because you're not an occult expert.
No.
So you do know is you could go away from this place, turn the Hand of Glory off, and then do the same thing that Kurutuk did, and take Nikki Sandson, sew her up, and have the pastor bury her to seal up the Reaper Man.
I did explain that before I went kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can either try and save her from being possessed, or you can.
But she's dead, right?
Well, that's what your medical opinion would be from looking at her and knowing how long she's been.
Yeah.
There. I mean, she is moving around though and asking for help, but. Yeah, that does it. Yeah, actually, give me a sand check for as your mind tries to square that circle.
Yes, I critically succeeded.
Hey.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about it at all.
You got other things to worry about right now.
It's perfectly fine as I'm slowly still, working the rope into ad hoc lasso to try and hook that body and pull it out.
Okay.
We could take that body. Yeah. We'll take that body. Yeah, sure.
Right,
yeah.
let's do that.
Okay.
No, you seem like an interdimensional.
I mean, for you also, that means you won't get a paycheck because you won't find her.
Right, but
Find her.
yeah, but at this point, do
surreal.
I want to live with my conscience that I just turned loose a plague of
Well, probably
supernatural-
killing it would hurt it. It would probably but again, you don't know for sure because you're
I still don't hardly believe that I headshot a freaking avoid.
So you have some rope and you want to try and lasso it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to try and just loot the body.
We'll turn the candle thing off first.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do the thing where we leave so the zombie dude's not there.
All right.
Yeah. Turning to Lyle. Lyle, doctor, smack.
All right.
We drag Lyle out.
Either you can give me a human or a persuade check to snap Lyle out of it.
Okay, I've got human at 50. My persuade is garbage. What do you?
50 and 50.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
Yeah. She got.
You're as you're thinking about it, Veronica's talking to you, and you realize, you can worry about it later.
Okay. Hey, what?
We're gonna go outside. We're gonna turn the magic hand off. We're gonna go back, get the body, stitch it up, and ritual it or whatever. It's
Okay.
All right. So you snuff out the Hand of Glory
Outside the house.
Yeah, outside the house. You're back there. It is getting dark. Go and give me an athletics check to try and get the body with the rope.
Well, I mean, she can help, right? She's thrashing around while impaled.
Yeah. What are you doing? Help me.
Oh, you son of a bitch, it worked. 17 under 30,
Okay.
I got it.
All right, you pull her body up.
just off the spike.
Yep. Yeah. No, it makes a lovely squidgy noise as it comes up off it.
Yeah. I won't make another sand check, but she is asking for him. What are you doing? Help me! Take me to a hospital. She seems to be quite alive.
Don't worry,
begging for help.
we got to get the hospital's that way. So you got to come up first, and then we go to the
I
hospital.
start taking pictures of her. Maximum flash.
Yeah.
I'm sure the shadow thing inside her loves that. Yeah.
All right.
I indicate Veronica, get a sleeping bag.
Yeah, absolutely. Sleeping bag between two people, carry him out.
So as you are, so you're carrying her, or who?
We've got a sleeping bag between two people.
Which two people?
We're gonna wrap her up. Yeah.
Us.
Okay.
Probably us.
Not the doctor, probably.
Okay, so Lyle's up front then, I guess.
Yep.
With his machete.
So Lyle, as you turn around and start heading out, you see a man in like a dirty wife beater shirt and beat up jeans in the distance, and he is looking at you, and he's juggling just some balls. y'all want to see a show? And that's you notice his shirt starts bleeding through, becoming a void. You know what happened to that carny. He's been here all these years. Y'all sure you don't want to talk about this?
Yay.
No, you want to take that poor old lady to the hospital?
Does flashing him do anything with the camera?
How
does Void respond to that?
Nope, does not.
I keep trying.
Actually, you know what? If you give me a Dex times 5 check, you can blind him with it.
All right, I'm actually not bad at that.
All right.
24 out of 85.
Okay. He drops the balls and curses. But yeah, he is blocking the path. Obviously, whatever happened to Roger happened to the carny. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I just scream like a madman and charge him with a machete.
All right. Yeah, because you blind him, you get first attack.
So bad at everything. 84 out of 50.
All right. So he is going to try and grapple you because you're in melee.
I want my phone.
No.
Sorry about that.
Let's see. And he gets a 9, so he grabs you. And he feels the very cold void beginning to press in. So, Veronica, you're next.
Oh, good. Yeah, so firing into a grapple, hey?
That's a negative 20.
I don't know if I want to do that.
It'd be very funny if you do kill me, and also very funny if you don't kill me. So.
Yeah, it will take the score to 40, which, like, what are the odds?
You can spin around to aim and negate that benefit.
No, you don't act quick, he's getting eaten. Hey, up to.
Damn.
Wow.
Right. Roll D12.
10.
10. Damn.
So that's
all
12
right.
damage.
Yeah, 12 damage. He is knocked back. I'm going to say that would drop him. You are freed from the grapple. He's not dead because these things aren't human, but like, yeah, human blood spatters on your face.
Or like punch the air. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he's out of sight now. He fell down to the ground and it's dark. So,
all right.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna throw Veronica or Nikki over my shoulder.
You hear trees snapping behind you. Or like branches, yeah.
Son of a bitch. I turn around.
Please be a bear.
Remember that guy from the town that was obviously had a crush on Nikki?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, he's he also has a void in his. Yeah, he's also one of the hollow men. Yeah.
Back dice. I think what I said. Snapshot. On 8.
All right, yeah.
Please fuck off, ghosts. Also for 12 damage.
Hell yeah.
All right, new round.
We became badasses overnight.
All right, so
I got nothing.
what's your dex?
17.
All right, you actually get to go first.
All I do is run, apparently.
All right.
Incredible.
I will attack with my machete at 93. The full.
All right, he's going to lash at you with his claws.
No.
Claws?
Yeah, he does have claws, so he does strike. So that would do. It's 5 damage. As you are raked with razor sharp claws that, like as I mentioned, can rip a tree asunder. So yeah, the carnage on the ground just gets up and lashes back out at you as you're ineffectually striking at him with the machete, or striking near him with a machete.
Yes.
Is more approximate. So Veronica, you hear noise behind you and a shot behind you from Sapphon. What are you? And also the carny's still up, or this carny's still fighting. So there's fighting on both sides, in front and behind you.
The carny just swiped.
Yeah.
So blood.
He's not being grappled, so it's just it's going to be -10 because it's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to take another pot shot. Hope to wing him.
Yep.
Odd 9. Yeah.
Damn. All right.
That's that bullshit. For 8. That's a 6 plus 2.
Sorry, what was that? 8?
8 total. Yep.
Yeah. Is barely still standing.
All right. I work the bolt and go away, creepy stalker. That'll work. 57 under 60. So.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
For 3.
Okay.
I like how Miskatonic hired Sicarios and sent me along with them.
That's your headcanon.
And it grapples you with an 11. So
of course it does.
You are being you're already halfway there. So yeah,
yay.
You drop your rifle. Actually, I'm gonna say you grapple, but your rifle is pulled into the void.
No.
Okay. You see it just like sinking in there, and is pulled into an event horizon.
That's inconvenient.
Yeah. Also terrifying. So give me another sand check.
Yay. Bike. I passed that one too.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. That won't happen to you.
Why is my guy so stout in this stuff? What is wrong with your character, Caleb?
New round.
Machete freak out.
Yeah.
I'm out of ideas.
You get a plus 20. I forgot he's on the ground, so yeah.
Okay. I make that one 18.
All right.
I don't have a D8. Do we have a D8? Thank you. 3.
That actually gets him. Describe how your machete kills the Carney Hollow Man.
I'm just like randomly slamming it into the ground around my feet, and then it like sticks in a weird way, and I don't want to look down at it anymore. I leave it there.
All right. Well, you no longer have a machete.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That
sounded like I was finished.
Veronica.
I guess. Yeah, I turn around when I hear that. I guess I try shoot because
It's negative 20. And if you fail, there's a 50-50 chance you hit him.
fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Yep, it's fine.
I've been rolling nothing but like under 10s.
Uh-huh.
Why did you say it, Maddy? Why did you say it, Maddy?
What'd you get?
It's a 96.
96?
Yeah.
Which you're not getting a nice for that.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's say here, you get to pick which one won't hit him, odds or even. Which is the good one?
Good ones will be odds.
All right, roll again.
Fucking girl. That's 25.
Hey! The bullet whizzes by your head. All right, this is an opposed. You're on our combat versus grapple. He gets a 10.
I get a 39.
All right, and that succeeds.
Yes.
All right, yeah. You break free.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's your round.
Find something to kick off of that's not void.
Let's see here.
Veronica.
Veronica.
Staunch my wounds.
Yeah. Veronica, you could just go next because you have a gun and you
Finish the job.
I feel like I will try gun again.
Yeah.
Now that
Finish the job.
less likely to kill my friend.
Yep.
That is 34, which
so-
makes.
All right, roll damage.
So close to the crit. They all disappear.
Hey.
That is a
6
6.
That is enough.
Hey.
So both the hollow men are dead.
Oh, void, creepy void, zombies.
Yeah, and nothing else opposes you except for whatever is inside of Nikki trying to negotiate or beg you to take her to a hospital.
Just got her zipped inside a sleeping
Yeah,
bag.
so, do we need to roll anything to double time back down the trail to get to the church? All right,
there's nothing stopping you.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
it's just, you have to listen to this person speaking in the voice of Nikki, asking you.
Is that another sand check? Or
No,
or
at this point, you know the deal. It's just like, it says it knows where gold is buried.
Just
can give you
start
power,
kicking
can
the
give
front
you
door of the
knowledge.
church.
That look like I'm like, and where is this gold buried? Details, please.
Take me to the hospital and I'll tell you.
No, details first.
The hospital, I can give you all the information you need.
Preacher, wake up!
Yeah.
Could use your first aid kit.
So the pastor, Michaud looks very sad. He's like, we will bear. Yes, he begins to where it goes to the first aid cabinet. You have all the supplies aside from painkiller. You have everything you need to stitch up that wound. And he begins to sew her eyes and mouth shut. And we will bury her in a new place that will be that no one will find. And it will be I
want to tip that car of hers off into a hall or two. We're going to report nothing that'll come back to haunt you fine folk legally. And just let this all go by the wayside. I think that's just the fairest way to handle this for everyone.
I knew you would do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too. You just keep doing the right thing, preacher. Keep doing the Lord's work down here.
Yeah. So
get the fucking car.
Yeah, you all leave the town of Gadsden's Bend, never to return. Lyle, how do you explain it back at Miskatonic University?
Probably killed by one of the mini bears infesting the woods around those parts. Mm-hmm. I know, because I have a big wound to prove it from a bear attack.
It does look, it is, yeah, like claws. It is consistent with claws.
I become even less engaged in my teaching assignments, if that's even possible, and I start trying to become a wizard, because I know that's possible now.
It's true.
Sounds way better than teaching adjunct, so
yeah,
I figure it's got about like 2 weeks before he is the center of a different Call of Cthulhu investigation.
Yeah, it turns out Miskatonic University is a great place to get your career started.
Yeah, I doubt he makes it through the mud.
Yeah.
But yeah. Really refocusing. I'm really into wizardry now, actually. Now that I know that's an option for me.
Let me see if I can find where buried gold is. Yeah. So yeah, this was let's see here. Up Jump the Reaper. This is actually obviously not based on the Call of Cthulhu mythos, but this was inspired by a North Carolinian writer, Manly Wade Wilben. He had a whole series of stories about the character named Silver John who would go around and deal with folklore, ghosts and spirits and other entities in Appalachia. So it was a whole thing.
So this is all Appalachian folklore.
Yeah. It's inspired by that. It's not directly taken from one of the stories, but it is in that same vein. Gotcha. So yeah. But yeah, it's all So I just wanted to. I thought, oh well, this is neat because it's a writer I've only read a couple of his stories, so I wanted to read more of it, or get more into it. So yeah. But yeah, it's only like a 4-page thing. So yeah, very abbreviated.
I mean, the details work and stuff is good for a 4-page. I mean, I know you did your fluff work.
Yeah. I did change a few things. Actually, I like the whole thing about the eyes and the things. That's in it for the congregation, but like tying it into the Reaper thing, that's I added that. Yeah. Like,
no, I think that was a good component to give us something other than just trying to shotgun our way out of it.
Yeah, I wanted to give you guys the choice. Like, do you try and like banish it and like so you can return the body and get your paycheck, or do you just like bury it again, like what happened the first time?
Right.
Which is actually what happened the first time. Actually, it is not explained in the text itself, but I kind of like. Read between the lines and figured that's what happened.
That had slipped, so I'm glad you let us have the idea. Because I didn't want to shoot my way out of that, but I certainly wasn't going to help the thing.
It's like, I see no other option than, I guess, burn the house down?
Yeah.
The person is dead.
Yeah, I like the I also liked how they did the minions, the hollow men, like, the whole thing is that they hold you for 4 rounds, then they pull you into the void, and you're just dead.
Yeah.
But they have to win, like, 4 grapple checks, but if they do that, not only are you dead, they heal. So like
I think that's a pretty fair mechanic for a monster.
Yeah. So it also gives your buddies, because if you're by yourself then you're screwed. Absolutely. Unless you're really good at grappling or you roll really well, but like it gives your friends something to do to try and help. And also possibly kill you with friendly fire.
I pulled them off once.
It worked. But yeah, I just wanted to try it out, and I thought it was fun. So, any other comments or anything?
No, it was cool.
All right, cool.
It was very fun.
All right, we'll talk to you all later.
Bye.